Okay, the next part we're going to model is the sketch plane cube. It's actually very simple. So another way to start a new part is up here. There's this little drop box. We can go into a new part file, and again, that's going to be the standard inches part template. So I'll do start a sketch, pick the XY plane for the sketch plane cube, and let's just do a 2-point rectangle that is 2 inches by 2 inches, and then finish the sketch. Extrude that a distance of 2 inches, and then we have a couple other features to add to this. If we look at the top view, we'll put a sketch on the top. The top view is going to give us a circle, and I want to get the middle of that circle, or the middle of the square, but we want a 1-inch diameter circle, and we need to dimension to the middle of that circle. So we'll go ahead and dimension that from each side, clicking on the center point and the side. We need to be 1 inch from the side. So even though I drew it, notice that I drew it close to the center. I didn't quite get it exact, and it wasn't giving me the geometry to get it to the middle. So it's telling me down here in the status bar, it's not fully constrained. My lines are blue. I need a fully constrained sketch to make sure that that is perfectly in the middle. So now I have a purple circle. I'll go ahead and finish my sketch, and on that sketch plane tube or cube, if I extrude, I want to cut. Best practice is to cut all. So when I select cut, I got to make sure my vector of the direction of cutting is going all the way through, and I'll say OK, and that is part 1 of that. On the front view, we're going to draw another circle, a 1-inch diameter, and again we need to get it in the middle. Another way that we could get it in the middle is using a horizontal constraint. So I can take that center point and make it horizontal with the midpoint of the side, and I could do a vertical constraint and make it vertical with the midpoint of one of the other sides. And you'll notice, using some geometric constraints this time, I got that sketch in the middle. So it's really a little bit faster than adding dimensions all the time, if that's your design intent, to be in the middle. So we will go ahead and say finish the sketch, and this time when I extrude, I think we're extruding out a distance of 1/2 inch. Okay. On the right side face, I'll select that face. This time, I'm going to pick a new tool. Let's project the geometry. There is a setting to automatically project that edge, but we chose not to do that in the settings. So I have to do it manually this time. And then off of that, I'm going to pick offset. So I can pick that square and create it so it's already centered as an offset from the sides of the square. And then if I dimension the size of the square, we know that it's, again, 1 inch. It's a 1-inch square, just like the other extrusions were 1-inch circles, cut and add. And I have a 1-inch square that's fully constrained because I use that offset tool to just kind of offset that geometry of the profile of the shape. And then I'll finish the sketch and extrude. And now we can extrude a distance of 1/2 inch. And that's the sketch plane cube.